For almost 100 years, the most prestigious automobile race in America, if not the world, has been the Indianapolis 500. Racing and winning at Indianapolis has fired the dreams and powered the racing careers of young, talented drivers from coast to coast and beyond, more than any other contest of speed. But few drivers who carry the dream possess the resources to field a competitive IndyCar effort. It takes lots of seed money and corporate sponsorship. Few privateers even attempt to take on the brickyard. In years past, many successful Indianapolis 500 drivers were graduates of the dirt track circuit, using their notoriety in sprint cars to launch themselves into the IndyCar big time. But even that has changed, and since 1988, aspiring Indianapolis 500 competitors have looked to another springboard of speed to prepare them for the world's greatest auto race. The American Indy Car Series is fast becoming not only a stepping stone to the Indy 500, but an enormously successful racing series in its own right. These are full-bore Indianapolis race cars with March, Lola, and Penske chassis, Cosworth and Chevy power plants, pushing out 650 to 700 horsepower, which slash these ground effects racers to speeds of up to 220 miles per hour on ovals, street courses, and permanent road courses. Although similar to the cars campaigned in the Championship Auto Racing Team, or CART series, American Indy Car racers can use chassis which are older than 2 years old, not allowed by CART. And engines may be turbocharged or non-turbocharged, whereas CART designates all turbo engines. Differences like these help bring down the cost of going IndyCar racing. And Bill Tempero, who is not only the founder and president of AIS, but also a successful driver and the 1990 series champion, says AIS is a wide open door for the Indianapolis 500 stars of tomorrow.
There was a void for this type of car for American talent as to come out of sprint cars or other types of Formula cars in the United States. IndyCar racing had got extremely expensive, and the mainstream of racers in the United States didn't have a chance to race in Indianapolis type cars or to show their talents that they might have in this type of car, and that is the reason the American Indy Car Series was formed.
AIS races are held all over the country, and purses run from $45,000 to $150,000. Now, this kind of racing isn't exactly cheap, but it is far and away less expensive than racing in the CART series, where it's a foregone conclusion that to be competitive, you'd have to spend $1 to $2 million a year just on engine development. Two of the hottest stars in the AIS are not only teammates, but cousins, with a fairly familiar name to racing fans: Robbie and Johnny Unser. Robbie is the son of three-time Indianapolis 500 winner Bobby Unser, and Johnny is the son of the late Jerry Unser, another great driver from the Unser clan who was killed during practice for the 1959 Indy 500. And as you might expect, the Indy 500 and the name Unser are almost synonymous.
Yeah, Johnny and I, both of us have aspirations to go to Indianapolis, and I think that we're doing things the right way and starting right. So we're definitely going to go there. I don't know how long it's going to take us, but we're not giving up until we get there.
And the American Indy Car Series does put them one step closer to their dream of making it to the 500, although Bill Tempero hopes that isn't an end unto itself.
There's 10 or 12 drivers that only race the Indianapolis 500 that hasn't had an affordable series that they could run in all year. We're trying to fill that void, that they can run in a series 2 or 3 times a month, take the cars that they run in AIS, go to Indianapolis 500, and then come back to us.
The American Indy Car Series, you might call it on-the-job training for the many gifted IndyCar drivers of today who dream of taking the checkered flag on a future Memorial Day weekend at a certain racetrack in Indianapolis, Indiana.